Cosmos can brighten up any landscape with its golden orange radiance, and it can be used in like ornamental landscapes, but it can also be used in gardens that are used for producing food as well. These plants can attract pollinators, they help diversify the landscape, and I've also found them to be edible. So here is a Cosmos Spheris plant. This is the flower. Nice orange petals. This plant is in the aster family. I've eaten the flowers raw, and then I've also steeped them into a tea. I've also dried them to save them for use as tea and such during the wintertime. This is what the seed pods, or the seed capsules, seed structures look like as they're developing. The flowers will reclose up after a little while, and then those seeds at the center will begin to develop, and then eventually they spread open and mature, and these seeds are harvestable, ready to pick, and you can keep them inside and sow them again in the spring. Some seeds will fall off onto the ground. A few of them may survive the winter and germinate in the spring, but not very reliably. So I plant them out each spring from seed that I've saved. So this time of the year, the leaves are beginning to die back now. So they're oppositely paired on the stem, and the leaf structure is kind of fern-like. I've also eaten the leaves as well. Slightly better, somewhat perfumey kind of flavor. But like I said, this plant is in the aster family, so it's a distant relative of lettuce and dandelion. Here's a flower bud. Oftentimes what I'll do with Cosmos is I will companion plant these plants with other plants, like if I have a bed of cucumber, sorghum, and beans, maybe I will sprinkle in a little bit of Cosmos seed in the spring along with all that to add a little bit more biodiversity, and it also really adds an aesthetic appeal too to a garden that's used for food production. So it's cool how you can like make a garden bed that's used for food production but also make it look like it has ornamental value or aesthetic appeal. And this can come in handy as a homeowner, right, where you know, maybe if you have a garden in the front yard or whatever, and you kind of want to make it look nice, at least to the perspective of certain outsiders, that might be a really neat option to play with and add some more of these wildflowers like and Cosmos into that planting to just kind of beautify that food production process a little bit more, and and play around with it too, right? It's like an art. It's not just about like food production, but it's also like an art to experiment with and enjoy. You're not just producing food, but you're also designing and changing a landscape, and we want to do that with the best intentions always. So thank you so much for checking out this video. I always appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Take care.